In this episode, we are going to talk about parenting and discipline. And I hope to leave you with a fixed understanding that parenting is so much more than discipline. When you started this parenting journey, you likely imagined many things. Bringing that baby home from the hospital, lots of time snuggling, lots of enjoyable memories and experiences of having fun watching them grow, watching them learn new things and master skills, and you being right alongside them and enjoying those moments and those creating those memories with them. Chances are that's how you imagine parenting would be. And it is that way some of the time. Quite possibly, you didn't imagine that your child was being defiant, talking back, lying, taking things that didn't belong to them, disobeying you, hitting, kicking, or biting a sibling or you. What do you do in situations like this? For many, we may have a flashback to our own childhood experiences of our parents and how they responded. Have you ever said, "I will never parent like my parents did," and then you find yourself saying or doing some of the very same things? I have. I'm not proposing this to bash parents from a generation ago. Please go back to the Maya Angelou quote that I've often used throughout this parenting tip series. Do the best you can until you know better. Then, when you know better, do better. For many parents of past generations, they did what they knew. And we now know so much more about child development and how the parent-child relationship and the environment shapes a child's brain and contributes heavily to their social and emotional well-being. The word discipline shares its root from its Latin origin, discipulus, or student. It means to teach or to guide. It does not mean to control or punish. It has been my experience that when we think about parenting, some parents automatically think about discipline. When we, as parents, seek out advice, whether it's professional help or finding resources online, it's usually because something's wrong. Something is not working. When the problems are behavioral, parents often just want to know how to make the problem go away, how to stop it. That is where the discipline strategies come in. But just pause for a moment. Please consider that just knowing better discipline techniques is only a part of the solution, because discipline, as we think of it, reinforcing good behaviors and having consequences for bad behaviors, is really only a very small part of being a parent. I ran 2 evidence-based 8-week parenting programs at Gundersen for years, Triple P and Act Raising Safe Kids. In the parenting classes, sometimes parents would begin by saying they just wanted to know how to get their kids to listen and behave. Parents were often frustrated by their children's bad behavior. It's worth noting that in each of these programs, discipline strategies that involve consequences for challenging behaviors were not even introduced until the 5th or 6th week of the program. So what was happening in the first 5 weeks? Parents were learning how to have a relationship with their children, how to understand their developmental abilities for their children, and how to take care of themselves. Parents were gaining knowledge and skills about the parenting side of the discipline equation. When parents participated in the whole program, it was not uncommon to hear them discover that since they started to change how they interacted with their children, the need for discipline, having consequences for poor behaviors, decreased, sometimes even dramatically. To recap, discipline is about teaching our children. It is not just about consequences or punishment. We do this by being present for them each day in ways that we're able. We model, we guide, we help them learn to problem solve, we keep them safe, we nurture them, we help them create routines and self-control, we create memories with them, we play with them, we laugh with them, and so much more. That is what parenting is. As we go through the episodes on specific discipline strategies for managing challenging behaviors, please challenge yourself to learn more. Remember that no one tool works all by itself. We need a large toolbox filled with many tools to do the parenting job well. Using only one tool, one discipline strategy to consequence your child is like having a big toolbox with only a pair of pliers in it. Go back to the previous podcast episodes to get the big picture of parenting, even more tools for your parenting toolbox. Knowing what function the behavior serves is really important. Please check out the episode in this podcast series on why kids misbehave, common parenting mistakes, and keeping track of problem behaviors to better equip yourself as a parent. Also, go back and check out the parent-child relationship and parenting styles. Thank you for tuning in and listening to this parenting topic. I hope this information has added to your growing toolbox for parenting your child or children. Please consider exploring other topics in this series. Remember, no one parenting tool can do everything. We need many tools to become the best parents for our children. Your children's future depends on you and the time and effort you invest in them today.